Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Iman Noain. Today I'll be doing an oral presentation that will be talking about adverb phrase and clause. First of all, what is adverb phrase? Adverb phrase, or also referring as adverb phrases, is a group of words that acts as an adverb. It can also modify verb, adjective, adverb, or even a whole clause. And adverb phrases can be made of two adverbs. These are typically formed by adding a qualifier or intensifiers before another adverb. Here we can see the example of an adverb phrase that can be made of two adverbs. The example of adverbs given are very quickly, quite easily, and as a unified team. The example in sentences that we can see are Brie ate her breakfast very quickly. Very in the sentence are the qualifier and intensifier added, while quickly is the adverb of the sentence. The second one is Detective Jones caught the thief quite easily. Quiet is the qualifier and intensifier added, while easily is the adverb of the sentence. The third one is they achieve the goal as a unified team. As we can see here is unified teams are the adverbs of the sentence, while SR is the qualifier and intensifier added in the sentence. Thus, here we can conclude that these sentences are the example of an adverb phrases that can be made of two phrases. Next, we will be talking about the function of adverb phrases. First, adverb phrases can explain how something happens. For example, Image spoke of his daughter with pride. With pride explain how Image spoke of his daughter. Okay, the second one is adverb phrases can explain where something happens. For example, I threw my coat on the chair. From this sentence, we can know where did he or she threw his coat to. Thus, from this sentence, we can know that he or she threw his coat on the chair. The third one is adverb phrase can explain why something happens. For example, I'm going to the airport to pick up my aunt and uncle. This sentence explains why he or she go to the airport. Did he or she go to the airport to meet up with his relative, or did he went there for a travel or whatsoever? But this sentence explains that the reason why he went to the airport is because to pick up his aunt and uncle. The fourth one is adverb phrases can explain why when something happens. For example, let's go for a walk after dinner. This sentence explains when did he or she want to go for a walk. Thus, we know that he or she want to go for a walk after a dinner. Next, we'll be talking about the types of adverb phrases. There are three types of adverb phrases, which are adverb plus intensifier, prepositional phrase, and infinitive phrase. The first one, adverb plus intensifier, conveys the degree of emphasis to be given to the word it describes. For example, Sarah skates extremely skillfully. This sentence explains how skillful Sarah is when she skates. Thus, from this sentence, we can know that Sarah really can skate extremely skillfully. The second one is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase including a prepositions, its objects, and any modifiers of the object. For example, we will dance outside during the starry night. The prepositional phrase is an adverb describing when we will dance. Okay, the third one is infinitive phrase. Infinitive phrase consisting of the particle to and the base form of a verb. it can also include other modifiers, complement, or objects. For example, to remain competitive, the pro athlete trains daily and maintains a proper diet. The infinitive phrase is an adverb describing why the athlete trains and maintains a proper diet. Okay, next are the example of exercise based on adverb phrase. We can try doing the exercise, and there will be an answer sheet given by the end of the slides. Next, we'll be talking about adverb clause. What is adverb clause? Adverb clause, or also referred as adverb clauses, is a clause containing a subject and verb that acts as an adverb to modify the main clause of a sentence. From here, we can differentiate between adverb phrase and adverb clause. It's because adverb phrase doesn't have a subject or a verb, while adverb clause has a subject and a verb. And next, adverb clauses are connected to the main clause of a sentence using subordinating conjunctions. For example, because, since, before, although, so that, and many more. Next are the examples of adverb clauses in a sentence. This example is an adverb clause that has a verb and subject. For example, in the sentence 1 is, I will call you when I arrive. I in the sentence is the subject, while arrive is the verb of the sentence. The second one is, Shauna is tired because she didn't sleep well. She in the sentence stands for the subject, while sleep is the verb of the sentence. Thus, we can conclude that these two sentences are the examples of an adverb clause because it has a subject and a verb. Next, we will be talking about the function of adverb clauses. It's the same one as adverb phrase. Adverb clauses can also explain how, where, why, and when something happens. As we can see here, the first one is, adverb clause can explain how something happens. The example is, he ran as fast as it's cool. The example explains how he ran. Like, did he run slow or did he run fast? Thus, from this sentence, we can know that he ran as fast as he could. The second one is, adverb phrase can explain where something happens. For example, I bring my phone wherever I go. Wherever I go explain where did he bring his phone to. And from this sentence, we can know that he bring his phone wherever he go. The third one is adverb phrase adverb clauses can explain why something happens. For example, Vera bought Tom this gift because she thought he would like it. Okay, this sentence explains the reason why Vera bought Tom this gift is because she thought that he will like it, and they explain why did she bought the gift for Tom. The fourth one is adverb clauses can explain when something happens. For example, is after they set up the tent, they built a fire. This explains that after they set up the tent, they built a fire. And they explain like when did they build the fire. Okay, next, adverb clauses can also introduce possible outcomes. For example, David will be here at 2 o'clock if he gets the next train. This sentence explains the possible of the situation because it's explained that if David gets the next train, then he will be here at 2 o'clock, which explains the possible of the situations. Next, adverbial clauses can also compare or contrast. For example, Patrick can speak French as well as I can. This sentence compare of how well Patrick can speak French versus of how well I can speak. Next is the last one, which adverbial clauses can introduce a contrast. For example, although it's raining, it's still warm outside. This sentence explains that even though it's raining outside, it still feel warm outside. Like we can know like the opposite of the situations. Next are the exercise given based on adverb clauses. We can try doing this too, and there will be an answer sheet given by the end of the slides. Next, these are the references that I use while completing these slides. Most of the references I got are from books, which are very useful, and it helped me a lot with these presentations. And that's all from me. Thank you.